How bad did the culture of misbehaving get?
Jimmy kept a tight rein on all of us, even through the off season. All of those off season workouts, they were voluntary, mandatory. So they're voluntary, but you better be here. That kind of a thing, or you may not be here. So when we lost that, then things did get, they just got a little bit. They got out of hand. They just got out of hand. And imagine that now we're the toast of the town. And everybody partaked in being the toast of the town.
I mean, back in Dallas, you had the White House, which is, kind of like basically a brothel, if nothing else.
Yeah, and basically, that's what it was. And that's what we did, and we did have an extra house. And, and after just thinking I didn't want to go to hotels and all the problems that caused, so we thought, or I thought, that maybe I should get some guys together and we just buy an extra house. And we did. We had an extra house. It was right around the corner. I mean, you go in the backyard and you can see the practice field. So, we practiced right there.
Which means you could be on the practice field and see the White House.
Right, all the time, right. So it worked both ways, right?
Yeah.
So
what happened when Jerry found out about this?
Oh my God. I'll tell you how Jerry found out. The story was breaking about this White House. And I remember Leon called me a couple weeks before and said, "Hey man, I think we've been infiltrated. You need to shut down the White House." And I said to Leon, "This is not a movie. This is not a movie. So we're not shutting down the White House. This is not the movie, man. Get out of here with that." And then a couple weeks later, boom, live on the news. And so Jerry, I was in meetings and Jerry called me. He called me out of the meetings in his office. He said that the story's breaking about this extra house you guys have right around the corner here. He said, "Michael, all I need is the truth out of you, and I'm gonna fight with you. But you gotta tell me the truth." And I thought long and hard. I was like, wow, man, they done found out about the White House. And I said to him, I said, "Boss, I was trying to do the wrong thing the right way."
That's genius. That is genius.
That was actually my answer to him, man. He was like, he just kind of shook his head like, what do I say if you answer it like that?
What could he say?
Yeah, but he could have said, "What were you thinking about?" Because all of us was hanging out there, and the girls were there too. So, yeah.
You get arrested in the off season, suspended that next year for 5 games. What was going on in your life?
Just everything. Everything. Enjoying success, enjoying all that it brings, and it brought a whole lot of things. And I had this thing, that I would always, in the off season, go out from, they'll say, get away from football after the season's over. I'm going out and hanging out, chasing, drinking, getting high, hanging out with friends, chasing women and everything. And then March 5th is my birthday, and so I have one big party, hang out, have fun, and then that's it. I'm starting back training. And then I didn't do anything. I was just training football, and I would do this every year. And this year, on that birthday party, so we go to a hotel room. I got some girls, and we have drugs and everything. And we're in there, and the police came in, and they found us in there, found the girls, and they found drugs, and yeah.
When you were on trial in the courtroom, I know one guy who showed up and was there as a teammate on your side, in your corner, and that was?
That was Troy Aikman, the only guy to show up now, and I didn't want him to show up.
Because now he's got to answer questions, and he's going to have microphones in his face.
And everybody be dealing with it, and he was a great guy, and he'll have to deal with it, and it's Troy, I don't want anybody showing up. But there's nothing, nothing meant more to me than seeing him there. It meant everything to me that he did show up.
He said, "I'll tell you about Michael Irvin. Not only did I, meaning Troy, show up there, but I leave the courthouse, I go back to the facility. I'm in there in my locker, messing around, whatever, might have lifted weights, whatever he was doing. And he said he heard something on the practice field. And he left the locker room, he went out to the practice field, and there you were in the midst of this trial, and you're out there running sprints, you're out there running pass patterns, and he said the most unbelievable thing, he was out there pantomiming his touchdown celebration
Yeah,
in the
going
midst of all
through
that.
it.
He goes, that is Michael Irvin to a T. Despite all that, he was out there working on his craft.
My craft is my escape. You know what I mean? The game was my escape, you know. And honestly, Joe, that's why I love Jerry, because Jerry, you know, he knows a lot of the people that he get in this league, you know, and where they come from and some of the issues that they may have gone through growing up, that maybe they'll have some issues. And he uses the game to kind of save their lives, because the game saved my life. You know, there's no doubt in my mind, without football, this would have been a whole different life for me. You know what I mean? The game saved my life, and so when I needed to get away from all of that, you know, and dealing with it all, and it was hard dealing with it all, you know, it was just get back to the game. Let me get back home, and it was my sanctuary, just trying to get back on the field. So I wish, and I'm gonna tell you this, I promise you, as God is my witness, I wish I never would have gone to the hotel room that night. And what bugs me is, as I'm standing here today, I promise you, God whispered it to me. Don't go to that hotel room. I promise you I heard it. I heard it as clearly as we are talking here today. He whispered it to me, and I went anyway. I went anyway, and it started something that I just wish never would have happened.